Welcome to DDM Sports Central. We have great sporting stories lined up for you on your choicest hub for authentic global sporting stories. Okay, what do we have for you today? Nigeria and Wahala and visa. I don't want to say that we are 5 and 6. But then Chinese embassy explained reason for failed visas for our athletes who planned to go for the world release in China. Then we have major league roundups. Then updates. We have updates for you on the forthcoming Unity Cup. So do not go anywhere. We'll be back with the details of these and more after this short break. We'll be right back. This is still DDM Sports Central. And so we begin with athletics. I was saying before, I don't know if we are in visa problem now. Anyway, the Chinese embassy has exonerated itself for Nigeria's relay team's failure to attend the 2025 World Athletics Relays in China. The Chinese authorities in Abuja said visa was issued according to the time the submission of documents the athletes were done. According to the embassy's statement on Saturday, it received documents on the 6th of May, and the visas were ready on the 8th of May. The Athletics Federation of Nigeria, on the other hand, had disclosed that it was the Chinese embassy that did not release visas for the Nigerian athletes, which delayed their movement and participation at the World Relays event in China. But the Chinese embassy came out to counter the claim, stating that it was the AFN that submitted documents late. And I ask, how do you submit documents for athletes' visas on the 6th when tournaments is billed to begin on the 10th? Anyway, let me read the statement from the Chinese embassy. It reads, the Embassy of China in Nigeria has noted that according to Nigerian media reports, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, AFN, issued a statement announcing its withdrawal from the Guangzhou World Athletics Relays scheduled to be held in China from May 10 to May 11, 2025, following visa delays by the Chinese authorities. It continues. The Embassy of China in Nigeria would like to state the following facts and position. On April 24, the embassy received a letter from the National Sports Commission of Nigeria dated April 22nd, requesting assistance in processing visas for Nigerian athletes to participate in the event in China. He continues. The embassy immediately communicated with the commission and guided it to prepare the relevant materials to expedite the visa application. They continue. On May 6, the China Visa Application Center received the relevant application materials submitted by the Nigerian athletes. The embassy immediately activated the expedited procedure, provided the utmost assistance to Nigerian applicants, and completed the visa issuance on May 8th. I cannot read everything here. But in a statement by the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, AFN, the association regretted the situation. Okay. But then he read, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria announces with deep regret the withdrawal of Team Nigeria from the 2025 World Relays in Guangzhou, China, despite visas finally being issued today. Far too late for meaningful participation. Okay, this is not actually the first time this year that the AFN will be having visa issues with the Chinese embassy. Earlier this year, the AFN fielded a significantly reduced team at the World Indoor Championships held in Nanjing, China in March, also citing visa-related issues. The AFN blamed this latest setback on the Chinese authorities, alleging undue delays in the visa processing. The AFN president alleged a deliberate attempt by the Chinese embassy to exclude Team Nigeria for the world relays in China. Okay. The AFN blamed this latest setbacks with this statement. Just listen to this. It said, This last-minute issuance, occurring on the very day our team was scheduled to arrive in Guangzhou, renders participation logistically impossible and demonstrates a fundamental failure of the Chinese administrative processes, the AFN added. Today's last-minute visa issuance by Chinese authorities represents a diplomatic failure that has profound sporting consequences. This is according to Tonobok Okowa, the AFN president. Our athletes submitted all required documents in good faith and well in advance. Yet, they were subjected to delays and obstacles that made participation impossible, he added. Well, this is bad, sincerely. This whole blame trading and athletes who have possibly spent a good sum of money in preparations for an event, then they would not get to participate in the event. Now, this tournament was supposedly a medium for qualification for the World Athletics Championships in Japan, slated for later this year. So it implies that these athletes will not be there in Japan. I don't really want to say some things coming to my mind, but then I do understand. It is well with Nigeria. We come to the MPFL where games were played over the weekend. Nigeria Professional Football League. Akwa United defeated Bayelsa United by 2 goals to nothing. Nasarawa United beat Eimba of Abadi People's Elephants by 3 goals to 2. Remo Stars beat my darling Ikorodu City by 4 goals to 1. They hammered them. Sorry, Ikorodu City. Plateau United deemed the Stars of Lobby Stars by 2 goals to 1. Sunshine lost at home 1 goal to 2 to Niger Tornadoes. Rangers of Enugu hammered Katsina United by 4 goals to nothing. Bendel Insurance ensured a 1-0 victory over Heartland of Owerri. Kano Pillars defeated Shooting Stars by 3 goals to 1. Kwara United beats Rivers United by 3 goals to 1. So that we have on the MPFL table, Remo Stars, who have won the league already, they lead with 71 points. Rivers United with 61 points. Abia Warriors, third position with 60 points. Now we go to the Bundesliga. We travel out to the Bundesliga. We have Wolfsburg and Hoffenheim played out a 2-2 draw. Holstein Kiel lost at home to SC Freiburg 1 goal to 2. VfL Bochum lost at home as well to Mainz by 1 goal to 4. Werder Bremen played out a goalless draw against RB Leipzig. Union Berlin lost at home 0-3 to Heidenheim. Bayern Munich, who have won the league already, the Bundesliga, they beat Borussia Mönchengladbach by 2 goals to nothing. Harry Kane and Michael Olise scored in the 31st and 90th minute of the game. Eintracht Frankfurt and FC St. Pauli played out a 2-2 draw. VfB Stuttgart defeated Augsburg by 2 goals to nothing. Bayer Leverkusen lost at home 2 goals to 4 to Borussia Dortmund. So that on the Bundesliga table, we have Bayern Munich with 79 points, Bayer Leverkusen with 68 points. Frankfurt is third with 57 points. We move over to the Serie A, where Como defeated Cagliari by 3 goals to 1. AC Milan defeated Bologna by 3 goals to 1. Samuel Chukwueze actually came off the bench to provide an assist for Milan in the game. I learned the coach gave reasons for Samuel Chukwueze being on the bench. Anyway, he came off the bench, provided an assist, and they won 3 goals to 1. That's good for Samuel Chukwueze. Lazio played out a 1-1 draw against Juve. Empoli defeated Parma by 2 goals to 1. Udinese lost at home 1 goal to 2 to Monza. Verona played out a 1-1 draw to Lecce. Torino lost at home to Inter Milan 0-2. The Serie A table. The winner of the Serie A may wait until the final day. As with 2 games to go, the table looks this way. Napoli is on top with 78 points. Inter Milan is second with 77 points, very close. Atalanta is a distant third with 68 points. Now we move over to the La Liga. Barcelona did another one against Real Madrid. Barcelona extended their lead on the log after they defeated Real Madrid again in just 1 week. Kylian Mbappe was a hat-trick hero in the game, but it was not enough for them to earn at least a point as Barcelona rallied to a 4-3 victory over the Madridistas. Real had taken a 2-0 lead within the first 25 minutes, with Mbappe scoring via a penalty in the 5th minute and then doubling the lead in the 14th minute. It looked like it was going to be a riot. Everybody was wondering, even though Barcelona was playing well, though, Barcelona fought back like wounded lions when Eric Garcia pulled one back just 5 minutes after Madrid's second goal. Wonder kid, Lamine Yamal equalized for Barcelona in the 32nd minute. You need to see that goal. That was a beautiful curve of a goal. And then Rafinha scored a brace in the 34th and 45th minute of the game for Barca to take a 4-2 lead going into the break. Kylian Mbappe scored his hat-trick in the 70th minute. But that was all both teams could offer, with Barcelona earning maximum points. Other La Liga games that took place over the weekend, where Athletic Club defeated Deportivo Alaves by 1-0. Leganes defeated Espanyol by 3-2. Atletico Madrid hammered Real Sociedad by 4-0. Mallorca defeated Valladolid by 2-1. Girona lost at home to Villarreal by 1-0. Celta Vigo, despite going the man down, beat Sevilla by 3-2. Valencia defeated Getafe by 3-0. Somebody said it's Getafe. Getafe, whatever. They defeated them, last, 3-0. Las Palmas lost at home to Rayo Vallecano by 1-0. So that on the La Liga table, we have Barcelona with 82 points. A victory in their next game gives them the title. 82 points. Real Madrid has 75 points to occupy second position. Atletico Madrid is third with 70 points. The English Premiership title may have been decided, but then there were still some exciting things to talk about over the weekend. Arsenal, after a disappointing exit to PSG in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals in midweek, rallied from 2 goals down to earn a 2-2 draw at Anfield when they played Liverpool. Liverpool, who have already won the EPL title for the 2024-25 season, had taken a 2-0 lead going into the break, courtesy of goals from Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz in the 20th and 21st minutes, respectively. But Gabriel Martinelli and Merino gave Arsenal the much-needed points with goals in the 47th and the 70th minute of the game, although Merino got sent off 9 minutes later after his goal. In other EPL games, Tottenham, coming from their qualification to the finals of the Europa League, lost 0-2 at home to Crystal Palace, with goals from Eberechi Eze in the 45th and 48th minute of the game. It seems like the same spirit operated in the Red Devils of Manchester United, who also qualified to face Tottenham in the All-English side Europa League final, as they lost by the same scoreline to West Ham 0-2. Goals from Thomas Soucek in the 26th minute and Bowen in the 57th minute ensured the Hammers inflicted the 17th defeat on Manchester United in this season's campaign. And I remember Amorim saying that if the situation does not improve at Manchester United, that he will be leaving. Okay, where are you going to? Please stay here. You just entered. Yeah? Forget the fact that there are some other coaches who have been doing well in their debut seasons. But please stay on. We believe that you have something that the team could gain from, and then improve. If they want to improve, if the players really want to improve, I believe that team has all it takes to improve. I've watched a couple of their games in the Europa League going into the finals that they are meeting Tottenham this season. That team has something. That team has something to offer. It's just that I don't know. Maybe there's something that has to do with the mentality of the players. Or who knows? Maybe it's coming from the management. Who knows? You never can tell. We only talk about what we see on the screens of our TV, But then, Amorim, please stay on for the sake of Manchester United fans. Because I am sure by the time you bring in another coach, I don't see what magic that this coach will perform in that team that the other previous coaches have not tried. Eric Ten Hag has tried. What happened? Nothing. Everybody was still laying curses and blames on Eric Ten Hag. Nothing happened to the team. And we have a Ruben Amorim. There was I've forgotten this guy's name now. When he was there too, Solskjaer was there too. And, there was a lot of stoning and hitting at the guy, saying he doesn't know what to do. Nothing happened at Manchester United. So there's something fundamentally wrong with that Manchester United team. Other games, Nottingham Forest played out a 2-2 draw against Leicester City. Nottingham almost won that game. Leicester had a late equalizer. Bournemouth lost at home to Aston Villa 0-1. Ipswich Town lost at home as well to Brentford 0-1. Another team that lost at home was Wolves as they lost 0-2 to Brighton. Fulham lost at home as well to Everton by 1-3, while Southampton and Manchester City fired blanks. 0-0, no goals in that game. So on the EPL table, Liverpool is leading with 83 points. Arsenal are second with 68 points. Newcastle is in third with 66 points. Manchester City is in fourth with 65 points. So that's second, third, that's Champions League spots. Get us if they beat that, then go collect them, shall these three. Anyways, to the Unity Cup. Ahead of the Unity Cup coming up later this month in London, Remo Stars coach Daniel Ogumodede has said that home-based Super Eagles will be called up to join the Super Eagles in the 4-day tourney starting from the 27th of May. Though he did not confirm the inclusion of Ahmed Musa, but he said he and the chief coach Eric Schell have put heads together and he believes that home-based players will be included in the London tournament. He mentioned that though they have a huge challenge with the number of days to have the players together, they would make the best use of their selection. Please, let's make the best use. According to him, let's quote what he said, and I quote, "This national team is not a gang where you think we'll just wake up and pick a player one day just because we like him. We put in a lot of hard work." That's according to Daniel now. In the national team, you can't have 1 month together except during a competition. Even at that, you can't have 2 months together. So the little time you have together, you will have to bring in all information and link it into training in less than 5 days. That is a whole lot of work, Ogumodede said. And I agree with him. But all we're saying is, let this team put in that fighting spirit. I'm sure it's this fighting spirit that helps you to win games. Yeah, added to some technical approach as well. The participating countries in the Unity Cup are Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. Nigeria will face Ghana on the second day of the tournament. We wish the Super Eagles all the best because the truth is, as it stands, the Super Eagles of Nigeria look like they are not going to make it to the next World Cup. And that is haunting a lot of us football fans in Nigeria. And we are hoping that by the grace of God, somehow, some miracle. Honestly, if you go online, I don't know if you've noticed it. If you go online, you're going to find so many banters coming from South Africans. They bantered Nigeria so badly that they've gone as bad as celebrating, showing a different celebration or clips of celebration of their teams and close of season and our own team's close of the season. Make a note of how it be for Nigeria here. But all the same, we hope that the Super Eagles will make us smile in the remaining games. This Unity Cup may serve as a good warm-up for the team, and we hope that they utilize it promptly. Daniel Ogumodede, Eric Schell, we wish you all the best. And so with that, we have come to the end of today's edition of DDM Sports Central. We hope you enjoyed all that we've brought to you for your viewing and listening pleasure. Do not forget to follow us on our Twitter handle and our Instagram handle at Diaspora DM. And then on all other social media handles, Diaspora Digital Media. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Diaspora Digital Media. If you put in DDM TV, you're still going to be taking it as well. So, with that, we've come to the end of today's edition. Until the next edition, I remain your host, The Sparks. We wish you could have a lovely sporty day ahead.